Some 70% of our public libraries say that they are the only place in town that offers free access to broadband. And certainly the services that this project will bring through our partners, labor, workforce development, adult basic education opportunities, better access to the Idaho Digital Learning Academy, and certainly the teachers domain through Idaho Public TV. All of these services will be much more readily available to Idaho citizens through this project.
My name is Vanessa and I love broadband.
What broadband has brought is a huge change in who comes to the library and how the library is used.
We're the only game in town for internet, for copies, for faxing, and they know that.
I check my emails and then I have registered with the school online.
Government is streamlining its own processes, and so if you don't have that internet connection, you're not going to be able to do that.
We do have a lot of people who are coming in because they can no longer apply for a job.
IRS forms, tax forms, information that's not provided to the library, that isn't mailed to people at home.
I realized because I didn't have high-speed internet access, I was basically being left behind.
Broadband is a wonderful equalizer.
In the old days in the library, you were restricted to what you had in your library. Now, having the internet, we have the access to the whole world.
National boundaries disappear, language disappears.
My name is Jean Xavier. I come from Haiti. I can't be in contact with the world.
We're serving everybody, and they're sitting side by side using the computers.
We have a lot of elderly using the internet because they want to see pictures of their grandchildren back home.
Right now I'm checking to see the questions for the Tale of Despereaux, which we are having our book club discussion on Saturday.
It means I get the heck out of the house instead of staying home for hours on end.
It's the best thing about what we are.
We're right next door to a school at this branch, so we do have kids that come in every day, and they come in right after school and get on the internet almost immediately.
Some of them are doing their homework. They actually do use our computers for their homework.
I knew I couldn't have gotten through high school without using the internet.
I use broadband to do my homework for school.
It has made libraries more vital to the community.
We are busier than ever. Libraries are busier than ever, and our net access is busier than ever.
Our numbers have gone up in huge amounts.
It has become a major part of what people use in the library here.
Right on the library's homepage, they have a link for databases, and it brings you to all these great sources.
I would be completely cut off otherwise.
If my library didn't offer broadband, this community would be at a complete disadvantage.
It would leave a big void.
This, honestly, is pretty much my second home.
Broadband internet access is basically what utilities were 50 years ago. They're that important. Thank God I have running water, I have electricity, but I don't have internet access, so I've got to go other places to find it.
A launch like this that really works in both ways to try to not only increase the speed at all of our locations, but also help regulator keep the costs at a point where we can actually afford to do this is really important.
If we don't provide what our community, what our patrons need, libraries run the risk of becoming obsolete.
To me, it's not even a question of should they have it, it's when are they getting it. It should not even be a question.
It's about everything in your life. It's about education, it's about work, it's about fun.
We're the commons. People come, they sit down next to one another, who knows? They might start a conversation. How good is that?
Libraries change lives, and broadband changes lives too.
It is just part of your life now. It's not an extra. And when people think that way, they need to catch themselves and say, I'm in the 21st century. It's not an extra.
Without adequate broadband, the ability to provide those 21st century services becomes more and more challenging, if not downright impossible. Together, we will be able to implement this project, and the result will be some outstanding services in most of the communities in Idaho, and that increasingly the public libraries in Idaho will be seen as the center of their communities.